I was the second youngest of 7 kids. A lot of what I remember when we were kind of a busy farm, I was really small. We were a family farm. It wasn't like a big ranch or anything. It was in New England. We had a lot of physical work, but that was just normal for us, so I never thought of anything of it. My dad worked full time, so he would leave at 4 in the morning, come home at about 4 in the afternoon, and I just remember him always working. He came home and would get right to work with the animals. He did working in the cellar, stuff like that. We were busy all the time. I don't ever remember being bored as a kid, because when we weren't working, doing stuff, we could wander in the woods as much as we wanted to. There were certain places we weren't allowed to go, but climbing trees and hiking in the woods and digging in the dirt. We had a sandbox. Even when I was really small, if Grampy was working on like woodwork in the cellar, he would just let me take the extra pieces of wood and build stuff out of it. I built this crazy dollhouse that was horrible, but I thought it was amazing. I just hammered a bunch of 2x4s together and painted it with whatever paint he had on hand. A lot of people think that farm people are not educated. My dad never graduated high school, but he studied for his GED. And so this was in the late 50s, early 60s. So that meant a lot to him. He read so much. He took electrical courses, he took German. It was important to him to be knowledgeable. We had encyclopedias, we had National Geographic. When we had company, we would stand up and read from the encyclopedias to show what good readers we were. So, yeah, I would say that people think farm people are not educated, but we definitely were. Grammy wanted blueberries for baking. We just all grab a pail and we'd go up into the woods and we'd pick blueberries for hours. Probably ate way too many of them, but we'd bring them back. So that was a job, that was something we worked to do, and she would make them into jam. And I think they probably worked, 1,000 times harder than we did. And there was, until I was probably 7 or 8, she had a wringer washer. We didn't even have an electric washer. And, with 7 kids on a farm, we were probably dirty all the time. So she worked really hard. I know she got up while it was dark and went to bed late. She was either sewing or cooking or fixing. And Grampy was the same way. So I think we learned to work really hard just because that was our life. But I think the freedom, we could just play outside from the time we got up till the time we went to bed in the summertime. And it was bad not having air conditioning. But you could listen to the little peeper frogs in the pond down the street. You could hear them. It was quiet and very peaceful. I spent a lot of time alone as a kid, and I love that. So.
Do you want to retire on a farm?
Only if it's a horse farm. I have a lot of money. I wouldn't want a working farm because physically it's so demanding. The lifting and the moving and the shoveling, and it never stops. And you have to, if you have animals like that, you can't neglect them. You can't feed them once a week. You gotta go out twice a day and make sure they have water. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having a horse ranch.